things about our age today is that the way we access information has drastically changed. The way that people process information has drastically changed. The consumer has more control over the messaging that we send out, whether it's marketing or just regular communication, than what they ever have had. How many people in this room have a DVR? Yeah, so it comes almost with every cable package now, right? Everyone's got a DVR. How many people in this room will be at home while their favorite show is on, that they just record the show so they can save it and watch it until later, so they don't have to watch the commercials?
Yes.
Yes, very, very popular, right? Almost everybody does that. In fact, it's so popular that in marketing we've come up with a term for it. It's called time shift. People time shift. They'll be at home, but they don't want to watch it at that moment because they want to have control over the messages that they actually take in. Really, Twitter forced Facebook to get more into mobile and to change what they're doing. If you remember when Facebook had its IPO a couple of years back, one of the big things they had to overcome before they launched their IPO is their investors were demanding that you have to find a way to monetize and have a better presence on mobile devices because they could see this is where the trend is going. Facebook did that. Now, if you're a Facebook user, you may not like that now so much because you see a lot of ads on mobile devices from your Facebook account. But that's how they're adopting primarily everything that these social media now that they do. If you look, even LinkedIn, primarily what they're doing, the networks are creating more mobile-friendly sites, more mobile-friendly networks than they are even just desktop laptops. It's a very good way, an efficient way to create a website. And I encourage people that if you're wanting to either retool, redo, or create a brand new website, you really need to give serious thought to using responsive design. If you have a web developer that is coming to you and trying to pitch their services, if they're not talking about responsive design, find one that is. Let me ask this question. Has anybody here changed their password in the last year? Okay, a few people. Okay. What's your password? Tell me that? No, I'll tell you that. Because if they be very, very protective of your passwords. So make sure you have a system in place that knows when this happens, we change passwords. You don't want to get out in a situation where other people have control over any of your social media accounts. Number two is you got to find the right platform. Who are you trying to reach? Are you trying to reach millennials that are females below the age of 29? Well, some platforms are better for that than others. If you're on the wrong platform, you're not going to be hitting that target market. So find the right platform. We'll talk about the demographics of the different platforms here in a little bit. So, one of the scoring aspects that Google uses is they'll say, do you have links that are too close together? Same with your navigation. If you've got your navigation lined up where it's home, contact, about us, and it's all real close together, I know it works real well with the fingers close together. But if it's too close together where your fingers can't get in between and differentiate, Google's going to knock you down for that as well. Anybody here play games on their phone? A few? I do. This is one thing that I always try to do in any of the sessions that I have, anytime I'm speaking with a group, is I encourage them to reach out to me via social media, any which way. I love to connect. Twitter, Facebook, whatever it may be, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I'm on all of those. You can find me at the end. You can see, I think, in your handouts too, you can see the ways you can contact me on that. I'll connect with you. More than happy to do that. With one caveat. That is, if you ever send me a request to play Farmville or any farm-related game, I will disavow ever knowing you in any form of social media. I grew up in the Midwest. My dad had a farm. I worked on his farm. And what we did on that farm cannot be recreated in any little game on Facebook. And I do not know why people try to recreate it. Okay? That doesn't make sense